Hello, we are Dave and Jess, and along with our home-educated teenager Harry, we live and travel in our motorhome, Wilbur.
Today we are in Fort Augustus while we wait for the car to be repaired at the local garage. Fort Augustus is at the southwest end of Loch Ness and has a population of around 650 people and heavily relies on tourism, which can be seen everywhere you turn. What you can see in the distance is one of the last bits of remaining sections of the old railway bridge that carried passenger trains over the River Oich. Sadly, the railway company closed the line back in December 1933, leaving virtually no signs of its existence. Fort Augustus has the second biggest flight of locks along Caledonian Canal. This stretch starts here at the bottom of Loch Ness and travels 5 miles along a man-made section to Loch Oich. The swing bridge is at the very bottom, which closes the very busy A82 to allow boats to enter the first lock basin. The lock system raises boats 35 feet. Each section is 150 feet long and 35 feet wide. They were built so big to allow large ships passage to avoid travelling around the long north coast. Today it is mainly only used by leisure cruisers. The difference of this lock is once inside the basin, engines are turned off and a tow line is thrown up to volunteers, as every boat is pulled through the entire flight manually.
Was that cold?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea?
I was just testing it out, see if the baths were at the right temperature. I haven't had a bath in a year, you know. Over a year. I've only had a shower. Pants.
Motorhome life. Each lock gate is huge, 6 metres high and weighing in about 18 tonnes. Back in the day, these were wooden gates and were opened using capstans. Large pieces of wood fitted into these, and lock keepers would push them round and round in circles, opening and closing the gates and paddles. These were mechanised to use hydraulic systems in the 1960s.
You just don't think I'd do it, do you?
They're checking the grass for any doggy don'ts, and it's time for the dare. On your marks, get set, go. Once at the top of the staircase lock, just to the right is the only other bridge that is visible of the old railway line. The path that runs alongside the canal is part of the Great Glen Way, running 34 miles to Fort William.
While walking along the canal, we spotted a path down to the River Oich, where we took in the views and had a little look to see if we could see any salmon jumping. Sadly, not on this occasion, but while there we did watch a couple of men fly fishing and enjoying the sunshine. We've decided to have a walk along the canal, spurred on by the car being in at the garage. To which, may I add, I got everyone up at 6 last week because I thought it was last week.
Weren't a great week.
It was a practice run to make sure we knew where we were going and what we was doing. So today is officially the day the car is in at the garage.
Last week wasn't actually a practice run. Somebody got the wrong Monday.
I can't get everything right all of the time.
Well, we've got the right one this week, and the car's now in the garage.
So anyway, we're here, and luckily it's a beautiful day. It's stunning. So we've come for a walk along the canal. We're currently sat on a bench, looking at the water flowing nicely, and the hills in the distance are just beautiful. But it's just lovely to sit and take 5 minutes and just listen to nothing other than nature and the water flowing. It's just so calming, quiet and peaceful.
The weather's definitely changed since we've been here about 4 weeks.
Yep.
So when we first arrived, there was snow on top of the hills, and there's very little left. It's patches of snow, if not anything at all. It's all totally gone now. It's warming up quite nicely. The roads are getting busier. The tourist places are getting busier. So the tourists are slowly on the way now. So it'll be some time for summer season to totally kick off. The joys.
Yay!
Yay! So the new channel, we had a previous channel that we've not done anything on it for a couple of years, and decided to just start afresh and have a go at YouTube again. And now we're travelling a bit more, living full time now. So we're doing 6 months in the islands, to which we did the same last year. Had a bit of a look round last year, spotted some places. So we're going to revisit some of them this year, get some footage. We're also going to go to some new places that we've kind of got on a list. We want to get across to Plockton Beach again and get the paddleboard out. Paddleboard. We want to go down to Glencoe, have a look there. We've drove through it several times but never actually looked. Where else have we been?
Been to Foyers Waterfall. We've had a walk out to Lady Falls, which is...
That's a little kind of Scottish hidden gem that we found.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And hopefully there we'll be able to basically stand under the waterfall if we can find a good day.
Yeah.
We'll have a bit of a picnic and have a bit of a day out with that one, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And plenty of other places that we've got lined up. Only downside is we generally only get to do these things on Monday. With work, especially during once it gets busy, I'll be kind of back working 6 days, so it only gives us that one family day together. At the minute it's quieter, so I'm getting the extra couple of days, so we're trying to get in front and visit some of these places while it's nice, while the weather's nice and while it's quieter. Definitely the roads are a lot quieter now than they're going to be, so yeah, best time to do it.
Yeah.
So for now, we have another walk along the canal and just pass some time on. Hopefully soon we'll get a call and go and pick the car up. At least that's the plan.
Now it's Dave and Harry's turn to have a roll down the hill and have some fun.
And finally, Harry is having a turn on his own.
This is new.
Definitely.
Motorhome overnight parking, 100 yards. Let's go check it out.
This is a new camper registered airs created by Scottish Canals. It has 4 bays and a water tap and can be booked online or by scanning the QR code on arrival, pending places if you just show up. There is also an Elson point, but there is a little drive to the village hall. We will show you that later in this video.
a lovely little tea room called Ripples, and a favourite of ours, the Lock-In Pub, which serves lovely meals.
And a brilliant pint of Thatcher's cider.
We're now heading back so we can go and get ourselves a spot of lunch.
If you fancy finding more about the canal, the Caledonian Canal Centre has lots of information boards about its history. That's us back at the car park. After a little walk round, it's a free car park, this one, you can't stay in it overnight, but this is the one, the Elson Point that we mentioned earlier, with a little donation box at the side. So it's an handy little thing there. And we are just up here, joined by another motorhome now. So spot of lunch now, and then we're still waiting for a phone call to say the car's ready to collect. Fingers crossed it's soon.
Well, today just went from bad to worse. Car's not pretty, and we took a trip to Fort William so we could go and do a shopping whilst we were waiting. And on our way back, the exhaust fell off on the motorhome. So it's not a good time at all.
Well, we've got a call from the garage, and sadly the car's not going to be ready today. So we are now heading back to base.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye for now.